Fun fact. Did you know that Mighty Action X is an actual video game you can play? Yeah, I never knew that. I only figured that out after I finished watching Kamen X8. For years, I've tried to play it, I tried to emulate it, and I could never, ever figure out how to do it. Until I eventually figured out how to homebrew my system. But it doesn't matter right now because today we're going to be reviewing Mighty Action X. Yes, I know I have not done a Let's Play video on this, or oh yeah, that's a thing episode on this, but truth be told, I've been playing some games off screen and I might as well review some of them. You know, to put some of my downtime into work instead of just doing nothing with it. So today, we're going to be reviewing Mighty Action X. I'm Miss Gals the Cat, and today, I just explained what we're reviewing. So, members of Team Shadow, video game enthusiasts, both old and new, want to see if this game is worthy of your collection or not? Let's get started. The story of Mighty Action X goes as follows. Now look, I'm a simple person, okay? If the game's in Japanese, but I have English translations or fans translations or a basic understanding of what the story is, I'm still gonna give that story a ranking, even though it's in a language I don't understand. But Mighty Action X literally has no story, like, whatsoever. I mean, that's fine if this was, like, in the NES era, but this is the 3DS. Even small games have released some short stories. I want to know why I'm fighting this bugster over here. But no, we'll never figure that out because there's no story to this game, which it sucks, okay? Look, it sucks. I don't want to give this game an E rank because I don't know. It just doesn't feel like shovelware. This is the kind of effort that shovelwares will do. They will have either a story that doesn't make no sense or no story at all. And I don't get why Mighty Action X has no story. So unfortunately, I am going to have to give it an E rank. I am sorry. Graphics are up next, and this one's pretty much a mixed bag. I don't exactly know how to describe it except low polygonal models for the platforms with semi-high quality player models and enemy things. It's weird. It also just doesn't feel right. I mean, it probably does in the world of Kamen X8, but if this was not a tie-in game, this would just feel completely out of place. Some stuff fits in like the final boss arena, while other areas like the jungle or even the city just doesn't feel right. At the end of every level there's a giant donut, which feels completely out of place. Are we a food themed hero? That can't be it because X8's based on Super Mario. So what's the deal with Mighty Action X having its goalpost being a giant donut? I don't know, man, but there's just some sort of charm to these graphics. I don't know how to explain it, which is why I'm going to give the graphics a C rank. Next up is the bread and butter of all video games, the gameplay. There's actually a tutorial in the first level that teaches you how to do some stuff, which is shocking because I'm pretty sure most platforms don't teach you jack. Well, either way, you move around left and right and you attack with the Y button. To jump over platforms, you press the B button. You can also attack in the air by pressing B and Y. To do a spin attack, you press and hold the A button. To hover in the air, you press B, then hold A. To do the mighty kick, which we all know is just a viral kick, you press B and R. And that's pretty much it for basic movements, but being a platformer, you have power-ups in the game. There are 5 power-ups in the game that you can get. Recover. It's pretty self-explanatory. You restore health. Speed up. You go fast and quick. Muscular. Increases the power of attacks and fills up the special gauge. Confusion. It basically reverses your control. This one sucks. Metal Body. You have higher defense for a short amount of time. And finally, Giant. A move that is basically a screen nuke, but it only appears in one stage of the game. Speaking of screen nukes, you also get one in your own. After you defeat a ton of enemies, the special gauge fills up on the bottom screen. Tap it, and it's basically a screen nuke that does a ton of damage. That's pretty much it for the controls, with the goal of the game just pretty much being a standard platformer where you get from point A to point B. There's also one boss of the game, that being the Salty Bugster from Kamen X8 in its more gamified form, but he's pretty easy. That's my only problem with the game. It's too easy. For a downloadable exclusive for pre-ordering a Kamen Rider game, yeah, it's fine, but as a video game on its own, I just wish there was more. I don't mind that this is a short game, but I wish there was at least 30 levels. Hell, maybe that's too much, maybe 20. 20 levels would have been good, and this would have been a perfect pre-order bonus, but as for what this is, I just wish there was more. As disappointing as this is, the gameplay is just gonna get a C rank. It's painfully average. Content's up next, and you'll be surprised for what I gotta say about this thing. First off, you get the main game, which is only 5 to 6 levels long. But there's also missions that you can do. Think of them as little achievements. Don't worry, for those of you who can't read Japanese, they're pretty easy to do. Basically kill a certain amount of enemies, do a certain task, or basically speedrun the whole level. You'll be fine. I beat this game in like a few days. Which is another thing. There's also some golden Mighty Action X statues that you can collect throughout the entire game. And what do these achievements and gold statues do? This is actually a pretty cool secret. If you 100% the game, you get to become invincible, and you play as the prototype version of Mighty Action X, aka Gim. This is a cool reward, but at the same time, I don't see myself replaying this game just to play as Gim over and over again. I can only see this guy being useful for speedruns and stuff, but other than that, it's a cool little Easter egg. I just wish there was more content added onto this game. Oh well, at least the content in this game is going to get a D-rank. Finally, we have the thing that complements any video games. The music, the bops, the thing you listen to as you hide from the Bugster virus. Please wear a mask, I swear to God. Despite the small size that this game is, the music is an absolute bop. Just listen to the menu theme. The first level theme. And my favorite track of the game, the boss theme. Combines 8-bit with modern day rock, and I absolutely love it. And this is probably going to be the only thing that gets a high score, but I'm going to give the music a B rank. I just wish that there was more. As a bonus to a $40, $50 Nintendo 3DS game, this is fine, it's acceptable, but as a game on its own, I just wish there was so much more to this. Mighty Action X, no joke, I see potential in this. I can see this thing becoming its own franchise. Maybe like once every few years they release another Mighty Action X and have cameos from other X8 writers, or maybe cameos from the Reiwa writers or the Showa writers, or maybe tease some of the future writers in that show. Because I truly mean it. I see the gameplay, I see the art style, I see the music. This game has promise. And yet, it's just going to remain as one spin-off to an X8 game, and that sucks. That really does suck. I wish we could see more from this, which is why I'm giving it a C rank. It's not a bad game, it's just when it gets good, the game is already over. If you ever find a way to play this game, I only recommend playing it through one time. One playthrough, and that's pretty much it. Unless you want to get the speedrun records, in that case, play through the game, get Gem, and then start speedrunning the game. But other than that, what we have here is just a very short game with a missed potential. I'm Miss Galaxy Cat, and this has been my review of Mighty Action X. Did I convince you to find a way to download the game so you can play for yourself? Or did you find this review so laughably bad it was very enjoyable? Either way, I'm glad you stuck by to watch my review. I'm gonna go replay this game for about 2 more times before deleting it off my 3DS, because so much missed potential. I really wish this went above and beyond. Oh well, maybe one day we'll see it as its own video game franchise, but until then, Mighty Action X would stay as a short yet sweet game. Peace out, members of Team Shadow. Please never stay catty. Live life your own way. Stay safe during these trying times, and I'll see you all in our castle. Until next time, adieu everybody.